Hey guys, welcome to Shay's Tube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is April the 3rd, 2025, 12:06 a.m. out here on the West Coast. Guys, we are not going to be on here too long tonight. I just wanted to come in and do this live because I told you earlier I was going to tell you guys about Anton Brown and young scooter swatter getting her bond for $7,500. And I want to tell you the story about a newborn baby who was assaulted by her dad. She was actually great. So y'all, get your relaxing bed or chair. If you are at work, continue to do your job. You're just watching on the download. And let's get ready to watch Shay's Tube. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Welcome to Jermaine. What's up? What's up? Good night, Jermaine. Have a good night's sleep too, okay? And I hope you feel better. All right. And let's go into this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it will be is scrolling across that screen, and it will be in my comment area once this video is over. Also, guys, if you want to show additional support to the channel, you can do that by doing a thumbs up to this video if you enjoyed this content. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you so much, guys, for that. And if you want to show additional support, you can do a super sticker, super chat, or Cash App donation to $ShadesTube, or you can do a membership for $4.99 per month. Thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and start off with this live. All right. And I do hope you guys had a beautiful Wednesday, and I hope your Thursday is even better, y'all. I really, truly do. All right. So let's start off first with our first story. I want to go ahead and do an update on the swatter who was basically, in my opinion, contributed to young scooter demise. Okay. So she did get a bond. Let me go to her story. Hold on for a minute. Let me change this right here to you guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, so she did get a bond, guys. Let's see here. Let me get this story real quick. Hold on for 1 second. I got to find. I got so much stuff on my phone. Is this fair? Okay. So, like I said earlier today, the judge granted a bond for the woman arrested after false 911 call tied to young scooters unaliving. Police arrested the woman linked to a false 911 call that they claim led to young scooters unaliving. The same thing I just said. I said no. She isn't responsible, for him running, but at the same time, she contributed to it, because if she would have never did the SWAT thing, he would have never, been in that situation to even have to run. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I don't think, if she would have done this swatting type thing, he would still be alive today. I mean, I really do believe that, because she didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then when she did it, it's one thing to SWAT, but she indicated that young scooter and 6 or 7 other men had GUNs. They were shooting, having a shootout. Somebody was assaulting a woman. The woman ran outside naked. One of the dudes with short hair, caramel complexion, pulled her back in and started hitting her. And then she indicated that there was a baby there as well. And she said that they may be doing drugs or X trafficking. So, when she did this, in my opinion, you're asking for the police to come there, with their, GUNs out, and everything else, because they are thinking that they are walking into some type of DRUG zone. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I definitely say she contributed to all of this. She contributed to young scooters unaliving by doing that swatting and including all of that stuff that she did include. Okay, she encouraged them when she told them, like I just said, when she told them all this stuff, you know, it made them believe that they needed to go there, you know, ready to, get into whatever, whether it be, you know, a shootout or whatever, they would be ready. And I don't understand why she did that. So anyway, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office has released the mugshot of a woman accused of making a false 911 call that police said led to the chain of events resulting in the unaliving of Atlanta rapper Young Scooter. Demetria Spence, 31, was booked into the Fulton County Jail on Tuesday. She is charged with transmitting a false public alarm. Atlanta police said her call brought officers to a Lakewood Heights home on March 28, where Kenneth Bailey, known professionally as Young Scooter, later passed on from a leg injury. Okay, so then, like I said earlier today, this same woman was granted a bond. Let me show y'all her pen. So this is her right here. Oh man, he just took the picture off, but hold on. Okay, let's see. So this is her. If I can get it on here before I think the picture just went off, but we will see in a minute. Damn, ad keep on coming on here. Hold on. Let's see. Skip ad.
This morning while you were sleeping, we got the mugshot of 31-year-old Demetrius Spence, who Atlanta police say placed a fake 911 call that ended in the death of Atlanta rapper Young Scooter. Today, the woman charged with making that fake call before the events that led to the rapper's death will go before a judge. 31-year-old Demetrius Spence is currently in custody at the Fulton County Jail, and that is where we find 11 Alive's Kara Spelter. Kara, let's talk about what charges is Spence facing.
Well, Spence is charged with transmitting a false public alarm. She's scheduled to have her first appearance at noon today. Police put out a public call earlier this week asking for the voice of the woman who made those 911 calls to be identified. Later, they say Spence was taken into custody. Young Scooter, whose legal name was Kenneth Bailey, died from injuries to his leg, according to the medical examiner. A statement says he, quote, punctured his right thigh, which led to blood loss. Police say they were called to a home on William Nye Drive Southeast on March 29th about a dispute and a report of a woman being dragged into a home. The caller, who police say was Demetria Spence, claimed there were gunshots. Atlanta police say officers knocked on the door of the home and a man opened the door before closing it in their faces. Officers say then two men, including Bailey, left the home and jumped a fence. Officers say they were not able to corroborate the claims made in those 911 calls. Here's a little bit of that audio.
The situation that's going on right now, this girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. They started shooting. But this needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there.
Now, Atlanta police have released a statement, and they reiterated in that statement that they did not fire their weapons during their interaction with Bailey or any of the others, nor did they use force. Right now, the incident is still under investigation. I'm Kara Spelter, 11 Alive News.
All right, Kara, thank you. And if you want to listen to that full 911 call, we do have it inside the story. Just head to 11alive.com.
Okay, so we just heard that from the newscaster. Let me go ahead and just go back over this again. So they did say she's charged with transmitting a false public alarm. All right. You just heard some of the call, like I told you guys before. She basically, from the information she was telling the dispatcher, it seemed like to me that she wanted the police to come and do everything necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you tell the police that they have GUNs, they having a shootout, a girl was being beaten, she ran outside naked, there's a child there, You think they selling, you know what, because you've been seeing people go in and out all day, going day, every day. Just all this type of stuff she was saying. And like I said before, I don't, I actually think she should have more charges. I really do, because it just does not even make any sense. If she would have never did that swatting, especially one to that degree, he would have never been outside running. Okay, he probably, I don't know, what's going on in his life, whatever the case is, but he probably thought they were there for that, and he ran. And I don't condone him running, because I don't think he should run. But the thing is, he did, and it came from the fact that she called the police to come to his place of residence. So, like I said, maybe they will file additional charges. I don't know for sure if they can, but I really think she deserves more, more charges, because it doesn't make any sense. If you calling fake police calls and acting like somebody is doing some type of crimes or anything and get somebody unalive, I think you should have more charges. Simple as that. Point blank. Okay, let's see what else they said about the bond. Let's see if they said anything else about that. Let me go to the story. Okay, so yeah, like I said, she was set to appear in Fulton County courts on Wednesday, but she waived her appearance. The judge did set her bond at $7,500 and stated Spence must stay away from the scene where the incident happened. She cannot have any weapons, and she cannot have any contact with witnesses. Okay, let's see. So I'm not going to go over what happened to him again, because I think we went over that so many times, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know. But I will let you guys know again that the medical examiner confirmed today, earlier yesterday, that young Scooter possibly got his leg punctured with a piece of wood when he jumped the first fence. And then, while he was running, obviously, to get ready to jump over the second fence, clearly he must have, bled too much. He lost a lot of blood and stuff. And so by the time he got over that fence, he had passed out or whatever the case is. And then, what the rest of it is. But anyway, that's a daggone shame. Like I said before, I'll keep you guys updated on this entire situation, I'll tell you guys what happened to her and everything. And I don't think she posted her bond yet either. Once she posted, I'll give you information on that too. I don't think she has. Let me just look and see real quick. Hold on, let me check to see, y'all. Oh. Let's see if she got out yet, if they'll say anything about it. Yeah, I don't think she's, I'm going to see. Yeah, I don't think she's out yet, but she may be out tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't see anything that says it. Yeah. So she may, if her bond is posted, she may be out tomorrow or the next day. Let's see, they did say she changed her story. Let me see what they're saying here. So they said she switched her story all the way up. Hey, Tony Bands, what's up? What's up? Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, the coroner report said Mr. Bailey sustained a penetrating injury of his right thigh that created marked blood loss. This injury was not a G-shot wound. That's what he said. So yeah, when he jumped over that wooden fence, that's where the injury came from. So let's see here. They said that she said a completely different story than the story she told when she was on the phone talking to the emergency services. So our video where she went on live on Tuesday and she claimed she was being treated unfairly by social media users angry over Scooter's death. Out of lobby because they didn't know the whole side of the story. So let's see what she said. Now she claims she called 911 to protect herself. A total contradiction of the call she made on March the 28th when she urged cops to come stop a naked woman from being beaten outside an Atlanta home. Plus, she said they was beating her so bad that the lady probably won't make it. She goes on to clarify that she's a woman and claims she was abused multiple times. So they say you can hear the differences in Demi's testimony from the other day for yourself. She also stumbled on giving 911 dispatch a clear description of the man she claims was doing the abuse in front of her face. Anyway, the police did not find any evidence to match Demi's descriptions, but they encountered Scooter and another man just before the late rapper made a run for it and ripped an artery by hopping a fence. And like I said, Young Thug thought that his friend, got shot by the police, but clearly, according to the medical examiner, that's not the case. Okay, but yeah, so they said that this girl's story changed, which it did because I heard both of them, so it did change. And they said she contradicted herself and they just don't believe her story. But it's a reason why she swatted them. Okay, it is a reason. She claimed the reason was because he was fighting her. She's the girl, so I don't know. But then they say that she wasn't nowhere around the house then, and that she was in a different city or whatever the case is, a different county and everything. So it's crazy, But like I said, I will keep you guys updated on this. My condolences are expressed out to Young Scooter's family, his friends and fans, and my prayers are sent out to them as well. That's crazy. And like I said, I will let you guys know. I'll let you know any updates when they come. Okay, I was reading something. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and jump to the newborn baby who was assaulted by the dad. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that one. Edit this real quick. I cannot type. So let me go to tell y'all a story about this man here. Oh, before I leave from there, let me tell y'all what Young Scooter's family said. I forgot to tell you guys that they made a statement. Let me just tell you guys that statement. His family reportedly speaks out as police share major update on woman who allegedly made the 911 call. Okay. So I told you what they said about her. Okay. Period. The woman. So anyway, the family spoke out. Let's see what they said. Let's see. Let me see if they say what. I don't even see. Let's see. So The family said, "We are completely devastated by the loss of Kenneth youngscooter Bailey and are currently still waiting for more information to understand the circumstance. Youngscooter was more than just a hip hop artist. He was a phenomenal father and mentor to a lot of Atlanta youth pursuing both sports and music. Scooter was their advocate and support system. He always encouraged his children and the youth to pursue their dreams no matter what. The family is grateful for the outpouring of support and love from the city and all over the country. At this time, they are requesting privacy and prayers as they grieve and wait for answers." So that's what the family said. Okay? That's true. Sad, man. People, it's amazing how people can just mess up everything in your life. It's so quickly by doing stupid stuff. It really is. So let me go ahead and find this other story to tell you guys about. I got to look for it first, you guys. Hold on. Shouldn't take me that long to find it, but it's up here somewhere. So here it is right here. So this is the dad right here. Let me show you this man's picture. And hopefully you guys can see this picture on this little bitty picture right here. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead. So this dude, a South African father, has admitted to the murder of his 1-week-old daughter after he actually assaulted her while they were alone in their home. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Goodness. Hugo Ferreira, 37, from Reverdin, from Reverdin, I guess I pronounced that right, chillingly revealed that he raped his child in 2023 because he wanted to give her something to cry about. So he raped his newborn baby because he wanted to give his newborn baby something to cry about. Anyway, on that day, the mother briefly left the home to run some errands when the crime took place. She came back to discover her infant baby suffering from severe injuries on June the 8th, 2023. Tragically, the little girl passed on to head injuries at the hospital after the dad forcefully pushed her head against a hard surface. He excused his barbaric behavior by claiming he was unhappy being left to care for the child by Brand. What? Anyway, Brand, the baby's mother, has stepped out to sell clothes and buy diapers, telling this dude she would return in 5 minutes. However, when she was delayed, he grew enraged as the baby needed a diaper change. So then he recounted the appalling moment he chose to assault the innocent baby, stating, "I grabbed the baby hard, and in the process, I pushed her head against the surface on which I was working." What kind of shit is this? He also acknowledged the brutality of his actions, admitting, "I accept that it was a cruel and gruesome attack, especially on such a young baby. The action was clearly illegal and I did it with intent." Now, when he recounted the incident, he admitted to keeping his child hidden from her mother. Okay? He said, "When the mother returned, I realized she would see that something was wrong. I kept the baby away from her until later that day. I did this because I realized the baby was seriously injured. Anyway, he acknowledged the gravity of his actions and the potential fatal outcome for his daughter. He insisted his use of meth did not drive his decisions that day. This is this dude, a bigger picture of him. And then it's like he's not even showing no type of remorse. Okay, how can the hell you rape a newborn baby and you push their head to the wall because of what he was doing? You know, the baby probably was, oh God, this is just crazy, man. Let me read these comments. Alan said, let him go to prison because in prison he will pay because other prisoners don't like child, you know what. And then another commenter said, this would be nice, but they usually don't put those type of prisoners with the general population. They have their own area. But remember, this is in South Africa. So we don't know, how they do it there. Randy said his manhood should be removed and he should be housed with big burly men named Bubba who will make him their wife. Hard time convicts just love child, you know what. Yeah, you know what? I never thought about that. Yeah, when people do this type of stuff, they should castrate them. Okay, that's what they should do. What blank? Skylar said, sick, disgusting, no good. Give him the you know what penalty. My stomach is turning. Rest in peace now, sweet baby girl. Fly with the angels, little one. Sorry, you was not protected. I believe he was on drugs. I really, truly do. I think he probably was. And I think it did play a role in this. This is crazy, So this one lady said, agreed, people like that are not insane. They are demonic and need to be removed from society. Then Albert came and said, no, some people are insane and need to be removed from society. Demons are just fairy tales meant to scare children and gullible people. Okay, Albert, keep on thinking that. Then somebody said, boy, are you going to get a big surprise? And then Mrs. Fee said, Albert, are you cool? Are you just slow? Because if you think for 1 second we are not living amongst demons, then when your time is up, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. You need to read your Bible or your Quran because there are demons here on earth. And a lot of people, him. Somebody say this dude right here is going straight to hell with that evil dude. This one commenter here said, stupid, idiotic mother. How could she not know she was married to the devil? That makes me more mad. How dare her trust him? I know how some of these women be trusting some of these men like this. Goodness. I mean, did she not see any signs of him being, a little off? And then if he's into taking, I don't know why she dealt with him in the first place, unless she's was taking it too. You know what I'm saying? Usually, for me, it would be hard for me to get along with the person that's like that much opposite of me. He's doing drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't know, if I could even be dealing with that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm wondering now if she was doing drugs, because how could you be involved with a person that's doing all this stuff? And then you leave your child there. She should have took her child with her when she went to sell clothing and get diapers and stuff. Okay, let's see what else they got. So somebody said this is the worst article, and I can't begin to fathom this happening. A weeks-old baby, his own daughter. What takes place in someone's head to do such an act? I want to cry just imagining that poor baby screaming. What a scumbag monster. This is beyond heartbreaking. By far one of the worst. Rest in peace, baby girl. And that's what I was getting ready to say when I was talking about it, and I just stopped because I'm sitting up here. I thought I was the only person who did that. Be thinking about, these kids and babies and stuff when people are doing stuff to them. That baby probably was screaming to the top of her lungs and stuff, Damn, and he just kept on doing that stuff. That's crazy. That's the damn real dad. So let's see what this lady talking about. She said, my grandmother was a nurse and told me of a most horrendous case at a hospital where she worked nearly 60 years ago involving a 3-week-old baby who was actually assaulted by her own father. He had torn the baby's and split both sides of her mouth when he put his in both places. The baby was already deceased when she was brought in by her mother. The infant could not breathe because her airway was obstructed, and she either choked or smothered to The father finally admitted to assaulting the infant, which led to her unaliving. He also confessed that he had also been abusing the couple's other daughter, who was almost 2 years old. He said he had been doing that since she was about 6 or 7 months old and couldn't understand why she survived and the infant didn't. The mother said she hadn't noticed anything wrong with the toddler. And somebody said, I call BS on that one. The father said he knew that he was a monster and should be put to what. Anyway, this girl said she does not know the outcome. That is crazy. And that's nothing. How can a mom, put his ass underneath the jail? You right, Tony Bass. How could a mom not know that her child has been actually assaulted? Do you not change your child? If somebody is raping a baby, especially a newborn, of any child for that matter, and you're bathing that child, you would be able to tell that area has been touched. Okay, plus they're gonna be bleeding and all, crying and all types of stuff. I hope that they gave him the penalty, but I hope in prison when he went there back then, I hope they beat the hell out of him. I really do, because that's plainly ridiculous. Just like this dude in this other story that I just told you guys about, who raped his daughter and unalived her. I hope they beat his ass. I really do. Because that doesn't make any sense. And I do think they need to incorporate castration for people who do, these type of crimes on kids and other people as well. It doesn't make any sense. Goodness. Kathy said the law should be automatic, penalty for this low life, not human. A piece of, he should never go to trial. Bring back the firing squad now. Please let someone on the inside take this matter into their hands and just give him what is due. You never know. It could happen, And honestly, they don't need to do no F penalty. They need to put them in general population, like they said before, and let those inmates beat the shit out of them. Simple as that. Just let them know what he did. Why waste additional taxpayers' money? Somebody said he's truly a sick, perverted monster. He's not human. Can't call him an animal, as they do protect their children better than a lot of humans. Dean said animals are put down for unaliving humans. Human, should be put down. Save taxpayer and government expenses from keeping wasted flesh alive. And in certain cases, I agree. Somebody said this person needs to be put in a gas chamber or let cons deal with him. General population and the guards need to take a break for a while, this is a horrible crime. That's what I just said. Put them in general population. The guards be on their little breaks and stuff, and let these people who do not like child, get his ass, point blank. Ooh, somebody said, my wife said, cut off his genitals. What am I talking about? Cut off his, his arms, his legs, and tongue, and put him in a cell with a feeding tube and let general population abuse him daily for several months, and then remove the tube and let him pass on of starvation. She said, I learned two things. Number one, she is as disgusted by this as I am. Number two, I am never going to cross this woman. We're talking about his wife. Somebody else said he does not need a feeding tube. You got to. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what's wrong with people, But my condolences are expressed out to the baby's mom. And as women, whether it's the actual dad or, a boyfriend or whatever the case is, we have to make sure that we check out these people. You know what I'm saying? Check out the people before you even start making babies with them too. I don't know why people be scared to do background checks on people that they meet. I just don't understand that. So you can know, what you got. At least you're not going to get the entire picture, but at least you can get some of the picture, enough to try to, know the person a little better, So I don't know why people don't do that. And stop letting these people babysit your child. You know what I'm saying? Because I have so many stories where people leave their child with their boyfriends, mostly their boyfriends, and then they come back and the child has been either hit or actually abused or something else. So we definitely got to make sure that we're not bringing weirdos into our homes and letting these weirdos babysit our kids. That's just a no-no. So in the comment section, you guys can tell me what you think about this story right here, where dad raped his newborn baby daughter, and she passed on as well. She's no longer with us. And let me know what you guys think about young Scooter Swatter. Do y'all believe her other story where she said she was abused by him or somebody at that house herself? Do y'all believe her? Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the final story for tonight, and it is concerning Anton Brown, his arrest. Okay, I'm gonna change this. We're doing good with the time, goodness. Okay, let's do this real quick. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me just get this over. Okay, so Anton Brown, let me tell y'all who he is. Hold on, let me do this thing real quick. So what I do with his story? This is it right here. So let me see this real quick. I want to get the actual video. Let me go to the video on TikTok. Okay. Let me turn this volume down. Wait, y'all. Let's see, Anton. Let's see. Okay, so here it is. Let me make sure I got the right one. Okay, so let me show y'all this real quick, okay? Again, I did show the people earlier, but I got the actual video off of TikTok this time. So let me show y'all.
So here we have two police officers on top of one man, and one of those police officers are choking him. Let me tell you what happened. The young man being arrested is Anton Brown. His mother, Bernadette, runs a child daycare center. Inside this child daycare center, they have a bubble machine. Anton noticed the bubble machine needed some batteries. You can see him here checking the machine, and you can see the date time stamp on the machine of 12/31. Anton got in his car and drove 2 miles down the road to a Dollar Tree, where he purchased batteries for the bubble machine. Here's the receipt. You can see the date time stamp on the receipt of 12:43. 12 minutes after checking the bubble machine, he's purchasing batteries for the bubble machine. He then drives back to the daycare center to give the batteries to his mother. But as he gets out of his car to give the batteries to his mother, he gets tackled. Because all these police officers show up and he has no idea what's going on. Now, the officers claim they yelled some directions to Anton, but here's the thing. Anton has a disability where he has diagnosed severe hearing loss in both ears. All the witnesses there say they never heard the officers yell instructions, but even if they had, Anton wouldn't have heard them. He has a hearing loss disability. After they failed to articulate why they're arresting him, they put him in the back of their car, and then they take him out of the back of their car.
Why do you have him at the car?
Why did that happen, you ask? Because when they put Anton into the back of their car, he noticed a knife in there. Not his knife, just a random knife, a sharp object. He told the officers about it, and they took him out of the car to get the knife out. Super responsible officers. They then had a canine come and sniff Anton's car.
He's going to get the canine out real quick, so if you guys don't mind, just stand back just a little bit.
It's a bag of batteries for the bubble machine.
Doesn't get close. That's all.
For the bubble machine.
Just stand back a little bit.
That's my grandson. I don't know what's going on. What's going on is he got out with a bag of batteries. There was no instructions given, and they body slammed him. And then you choked him. No, you did not. I was standing right there, and my door was open. You did not give him any instructions. Dumbasses.
And as you can see, they found nothing. And then when all was said and done, they took Anton to jail, where he was charged with obstruction without force. What that means is he resisted arrest, but not forcefully. So several questions here, Roanoke Police Department. Number one, if he was resisting without force, why did you choke him? Which is in a direct violation of the Roanoke Police Department's guidelines. Number two, why were you arresting him to begin with? Because it appears you arrested him for no reason. Because you didn't charge him with anything other than resisting your unlawful arrest. And number three, Anton spent a week in jail without bond. That's right. He had no bond set, so his family couldn't get him out. He's in jail for a week, and he did nothing. Finally, after a week, they were able to take his case before a magistrate where they set a $1,000 bail, and now he's out. But this is entirely unacceptable. The young man did nothing. The police bum rushed him, tackled him, choked him, arrested him, and kept him in jail for a week and charged him with next to nothing. So here's what we should do. We should call the Roanoke Police Department and do two things. Number one, demand that all charges against Anton Brown be dropped immediately. And number two, we're going to demand that the officers involved be reprimanded and fired as they were in direct violation of Roanoke Police Department's policy against chokeholds. These thugs should be held accountable.
Hey, why did y'all do that?
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about this briefly. Okay. First, let me read a couple messages. Phyllis said, "This is no justice. The police are abusing this young black man. Is this America?" Gigi said, "Please get them an attorney. Take it to the state Supreme Court if they have to. It's not a crime to be black." Let's see. Emily said a lawsuit is coming. Somebody said that's Roanoke, Virginia for you. That's Roanoke, Virginia for you, just looking to increase quota. Okay, so let me go ahead and look at the actual let me read this comment. This lady said, "This is why I avoid the police at all costs, and I am a white American. We cannot trust them. They are not protecting and serving. They are against us." Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and give y'all some background on it. Let me turn this down. Let me see their body cam. Hold on, let me see their body cam. Oh, he just talking, man. Let's see. Okay, let me go to get the whole story real quick. Hold on, y'all, real quick. Just hold on. Let me first tell you what the mom said, okay? So, like the mother of Anton Brown, a man tackled to the ground and arrested by Roanoke police during a traffic stop, is reacting to the body camera footage of the arrest. Now, that footage was released Friday after a TikTok video spread online. I began to scream, "He's giving me a bag of batteries," in case they are thinking something's happening that is not. So it's my duty to inform what is happening here. He's giving me a bag of batteries. Now, her son had pulled into the parking lot of her workplace to give his mom some batteries, with police officers following behind. The officers allege that they saw Brown going 50 miles per hour in a 25 miles per hour zone. Instead of staying in his car, Brown got out to hand her the bag. Police called for Brown to get back in the car, and when he continued walking toward his mother, they tackled him to the ground. Brown is charged with obstruction, resisting without force. There are no other charges according to Virginia's online case information system. So anyway, she said that he's actively squeezing and choking my son's neck in such a way that you can see his body lean in. The weight of his body is bearing down on this part of my son. His face is full into the ground. Police released the full body cam footage in the interest of transparency and fostering trust within our community. It shows the officer's arms wrapping over Brown's shoulder and under the opposite armpit in what police call a seat belt hold. Anyway, the mom feels her son was in an unsafe position. He spent multiple days in jail after the incident. She said, "My son's biggest cry for help was, 'I need to get out, and I need to tell you what you need to know so I can get help.' He said, 'Please get me a private attorney.'" Anyway, the mom said she filed a complaint after the incident, but went public when she felt the city was not taking her seriously. Now she says what she wants is simple: holding accountability, and that looks like one, acknowledging your wrong and harm, she said. Number two, trying to make amends, meaning some type of healing to heal the trust. And 3, this is huge. Promise to never do it again. That's what else they got. Okay, so we already read that. So that is a hot little mess right there, you guys. Man. All of this because they probably thought this dude was selling, buying, drugs in that bag, or either selling it. And instead of them, the police officers, once he stopped, they could have just walked up there and asked for his ID or whatever the case is, or asked to see what's inside of that bag versus what they did. Anyway, his arrest did spark community debate. Okay, so let's see what they're talking about real quick. We got maybe 7 more minutes or so. So they're just basically teaching. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see what they're saying here. They done switch to a whole other thing. Okay, so this is when okay, hold on, let me go to this real quick. Hold on. So they say on Tuesday, March the 18th, Renault police officers say they observed a black BMW speeding over 50 miles per hour. Hold on. This damn thing, man, come on. Speeding, hold on, let me see what it did. Yeah, speeding over 50 miles per hour in a residential 25 miles per hour zone. Okay, now according to police, they noticed the car license plate and front end damage matched a vehicle that fled from officers when they attempted to do a traffic stop on January 1st, 2025. 2 uniformed officers in an unmarked car then attempted to initiate a traffic stop at the intersection of Clinton Street and Hoover Street Northwest, according to the Renault Police Department. Anyway, according to RPD, the driver continued down the block and pulled into a parking lot in the 2700 block of Hoover Street Northwest. Officials say the driver, later identified as 24-year-old Anton Brown of Renault, exit the car holding a bag. Officers say that Brown ignored their commands for him to stay in the car and walked away with the bag toward a group of people. One of the officers then grabbed Brown in an attempt to stop him from giving the bag to someone else. Now, according to officials, Brown was arrested and charged with obstruction and resisting without force for refusing to listen to officers' commands during a lawful traffic stop. Anyway, officials say no injuries to Brown or officers were reported. Let me see this. This is the full body cam, and if y'all want to see it, you can go into TikTok and type it up there, and you should be able to see it. Okay. So that whole entire thing is crazy, you guys. I mean, again, I'm trying to figure out why come the police just didn't ask, let me see what's inside that bag or whatever the case is. He might would have showed them. And as far as the hearing loss, the police, I don't know why when they, I don't know how they could have known that. I don't know how they would have known that this person had hearing things in his ear because he couldn't hear anymore. So I just think they approached the whole situation wrong. You know what I'm saying? They should have checked the bag before they started throwing people around and doing the most. Point blank. Just a sad, unfortunate thing that happened to this man. You know, getting tackled down to the ground and stuff. He don't know what's going on. He does not know why they doing all this. I don't think I have any more updates for that. So if I do, I'll let you guys know about it in more detail. But yeah, I definitely hope they win their lawsuit and everything, because that was totally out of line, you know, doing all this stuff. So let me do a little breaking news, and then we are getting ready to get out of here. I'm probably going to give you guys just one breaking news item, okay? Okay, so anyway, I guess y'all probably already know that Jay-Z and Beyonce were both, named in new Diddy's lawsuit. And this is according to Fox. So they said that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been named in a new Diddy lawsuit. Plus, Andrew Tate is still under investigation for assaulting his ex-girlfriend. So I can let y'all hear this real quick. Well, no, this is on TMZ. Let me see what else we got on there. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to that. Let's see if I can get any more information on this guy's book. No, we need to go to TikTok. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on for 1 second. This is crazy. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Wait. Let me just go ahead and, no, because they didn't tell us the whole story. Let me look it up on what's the name. That's right. This thing I'm crazy. Phone, man. Hold on, let me just add it up on here, you guys. So, let's see, added to lawsuit, right? Let's see. So, okay, they said Jay-Z was mentioned in this new lawsuit, and so was Beyonce. So let me let y'all see this real quick.
Dozens of lawsuits against the disgraced music mogul has been tossed out by Judge Lyman. Yes, the same judge overseeing the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni case. Judge Lyman had told the Jane Doe, who had filed anonymously in the Southern District of New York, accusing Diddy of taking advantage of her at a party back in the 90s. He told this woman that she needed to refile with her legal name, not anonymously. The woman decided not to. And I wonder if that's going to have a domino effect. Will other judges across the country start demanding that the accusers name themselves? Something to consider. Meanwhile, down in Florida, a new accuser, a man, has named himself with the most absolute bonkers lawsuit against Diddy and my beloved Emilio Estefan. So the rest of this video is going to get into some really dirty details. It might be triggering for you, or you just You may not want to hear it. You've been warned. This man, Joseph Manzaro, has filed a lawsuit in Florida accusing Diddy of trafficking and SA claims. And a ton of celebrities were there and saw the craziness going on, including Beyonce, Jay-Z, LeBron James, and others. The man claims that he was given a substance and taken to a home on Star Island in Miami, owned by Gloria Emilio Estefan, for Diddy's son's Christian King Combs' birthday in April of 2015. Once there, the man claims Gloria saw him in a deteriorating state and told someone to call an ambulance before Emilio allegedly ushered her away, according to the complaint. The man says he then briefly saw LeBron walking in a hallway, who remarked, "Y'all better do something about that," according to the complaint. The complaint alleges that Manzaro was then taken via an underground tunnel to Diddy's mansion by a former adult film actress, Adria English, who is also named as a defendant in the suit alongside Diddy and Emilio Estefan. Manzaro then alleges in the complaint that he regained partial consciousness and found himself in a room with Jay-Z and Beyonce, the latter of whom expressed confusion and asked why a half-dressed man with a adult toy strapped to his face was standing in front of her.
What?
One of the other defendants named in the lawsuit allegedly responded that it was a punishment and that Diddy wants to see what we do to snitches.
What?
The suit alleges that Combs later specifically ordered that Manzaro be degraded in front of others at the party before the plaintiff was undressed and then dressed in a thong and a black leather mask with a rubber dam forcibly inserted and zipped closed over his head. A locking device was affixed to the mask, which protruded from his mouth. The plaintiff was then subjected to degrading and non-consensual acts. Manzaro claims he later came across Jacob the jeweler and expressed confusion before Emilio Estefan allegedly instructed the men escorting Manzaro to move him away from Jacob the jeweler. The suit further claims that Gloria Estefan again requested an ambulance but was once more silenced by her husband. The complaint describes the event as a freak-off. However, Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, says, quote, Jay-Z wasn't in Florida at that time to witness this incident. He was engaged in easily findable public activities that prove he was not at this event. This is more nonsense that erodes the trust in our justice system. Additionally, a publicist for Queen Gloria Estefan and her husband, who've never dealt with anything like this before, a publicist for the Estefans says, quote, Gloria and Emilio Estefan strongly deny the allegations made. The property in question was never a home where Gloria and Emilio resided, but it was rather a house they owned for family use. There were no parties thrown at that property between 2012 and 2019. We have all necessary documentation to support these facts and will provide it to the court. A rep for Diddy says this complaint demonstrates that depraved lengths plaintiffs will travel to garner headlines in pursuit of a payday. No sane person reading this complaint could credit this story. Mr. Combs looks forward to having his day in court where these lies and the perverse motives of those who told them will be revealed. This one definitely reads like a fantastical tale of fiction. I call it like I see it.
I know that's right.
Additionally, I did a little digging, and this guy, Joseph Manzaro, has quite a past.
Wow.
Let me read to you this verbatim from law.com. It was published in November of 2017. A state appellate court Wednesday sanctioned Palm Beach attorney Guillermo Farinas, holding him personally responsible for half of an attorney fee award against his client. Florida's 4th District Court of Appeal held Farinas and client Joseph Manzaro, the same person suing Diddy, the adult film former actress, and Emilio Estefan. Florida's 4th District Court of Appeal held Farinas and client Joseph Manzaro equally liable for frivolous and completely meritless filings in a child custody case. A court has previously deemed this man frivolous and completely meritless. And I think the same is true here. But I'm more interested in the beginning of this video and what Judge Lyman did. Thoughts on that? Thoughts on the latter part? Thoughts on anything? Let's discuss it all in the comment section. And if you made it to the very end, you are the 1%. You are a superstar.
Okay, let's read a couple of these comments real quick, guys. Hold on, let me get something real quick before I read it. I gotta get my floss on. Okay, so let's read a couple of these comments. Somebody said, remember LeBron James was wearing the French maid outfit. Another commenter said, I think that judge should make them all file under their legal name. Somebody said the latter story is probably true. You know, this does go on. There's reasons celebs are famous. Okay. Another commenter said, this is getting better and better. LOL, freak off, Jay-Z has a jet. But like they just said, Jay-Z was not anywhere in that area. Okay, and they got records of that. So it is what it is. Okay. So let me go back to this real quick. So y'all just heard
so much
that they were named, period. Let me keep this real quick. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let me go back to the actual story. Okay, hold on. People crazy showing this picture. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this real quick. The rest of the story. Where is it at? Okay, so wait a minute. Let me go see if they got it anywhere else. See what the detail of the lawsuit a little bit better, so y'all can know. Hold on. Let's see here. So let's see. Let me read that to y'all real quick. So they said that, so I'll just tell you straight up, LeBron James said this is false. Okay, a spokesperson for him said it's false. And they said a basic internet search shows what LeBron was doing all of April 2015. He was playing basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he was never in Miami. Okay. So then an attorney for Brendan Paul tells TMZ, is this an April Fool's joke? If someone seriously filed this lawsuit, the allegations against Brandon are 100% false and literally impossible to have happened. Brandon was still in high school in Ohio at the time, having never ever set foot in West Palm Beach in his life. It's unfortunate that anyone who pays the filing fee and gets directions to the courthouse can file a frivolous lawsuit. We will be seeking an immediate dismissal of the case and appropriate sanctions. And then Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiros, tells TMZ, Mr. Carter was not in Florida at the time to witness this incident. He was engaged in easily findable public activities that prove he was not at all at this event. This is more nonsense and erodes the trust in our justice system. So again, a new Diddy accuser claims he was actually assaulted, raped, and humiliated at a freak-off party in Miami. And he also included Jay-Z and Beyonce and LeBron James and Gloria Estefan, who saw him, doing all this stuff. So what do you guys think about that story? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All these people coming out. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know about all these people. Sounds like it's believable, but a lot of these people are not telling the truth at all. So anyway, guys, we are getting ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We was on here for an hour and 13 minutes. Not too bad. Let me go ahead and take this on down. All right, y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in my next night owl video. Y'all have a good night, peaceful night, and take care.